What's up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Culture Minute. We got a big surprise to share with our fans, our new audience members, with everybody in the world. I am Gentel, Sharrie.
I am Sarina, Renee, the one-stop shop.
And it's your boy, King Jaquel Martin, actor, director. We lit. Because I know you're about to drop a bomb on me. You know what I'm talking about?
We're about to drop a bomb because
what's the news?
Let me tell you what we just accomplished. Culture Minute News just made it into the 2024 Essence Film Festival in New Orleans. We are about to be lit. Do I tell you?
We outside in the north. I'm going to get some gumbo, some etouffee, some boudin balls. You know what I'm talking about? I'm about to go crazy out there.
Some beignets and all that good stuff like that. The crawfish, baby. We about to have a
fish. I'm about to get a real turkey neck. You hear me? Some real sneezes. A little bit of Zataran, a little bit of Old Bay, a little bit of Tony's. Y'all know nothing about that. A little bit of slap your mama. That's for people who actually really cook.
And the real Popeyes, not the fake Popeyes that be
right. The
original Popeyes.
The original Popeyes. Okay. It's about to be, I can believe it, but when we got the news as finalists, we were already like head over heels excited. And then when they told us that we were the official selection out of hundreds.
Do you understand hundreds of selections, Joe? And it boiled down to us, Culture Minute. Like, that speaks volumes of our work, our ethics, what we talk about, how much we bring to the table when it comes to broadcast journalism. We did that, y'all. We did that. And I want to thank also Omar and Adonis for this platform to even allow us to get to that point. Because without them, their vision for 24/7 Live Culture Minute would never have been. So thank you guys for that.
Shout out to the young kings. You know what they say, faith without work is dead. You know what I mean? So stop talking about it and just get your Nike on and just do it. And the more you do it and the more you show up, the better you're going to get at it. You feel me? And look what just happened. We just kept showing up for all the right reasons. And now we in the Essence Film Festivals? What? Stop playing with me. You hear me?
Stop playing. Yes. Thank you so much, Omar and Adonis. You guys have been a big blessing. And we're just excited to share this win with 24/7 Culture. I mean, the best of the best goes to the Essence Film Festival. The top of the top. In the industry is that Essence Film Festival. It's really an honor. This is an honor. This is a major accomplishment
to Essence
Film Festival. And thank you, Essence, for giving us this opportunity.
And shout out to y'all for pulling up, watching, following, subscribing, showing love. You feel me? Giving us feedback on how we can become better, because it's all about what y'all want to hear. And we want to make sure that we doing our job when it comes to supply and demand. We want to make sure we're giving the people what they want, what they need, when they need it, on time. We want to make sure we keep feeding y'all. So y'all just keep showing up, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep showing love. And we going to show up for y'all the same way y'all show up for us. You feel me?
Absolutely. And if you're coming to Essence Festival, make sure you come and stop by our podcast station so we can show some love to you guys. I don't know exactly our order of the day, but we will definitely keep it on that. So
hey, go pull up, get a pick, get a combo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Come wild out with the Queen Bee in the building. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at Gentel. Come talk to the boss, Sarina, and come holler at your boy. You dig?
Yes, come holler at us. Essence 2024. So our next topic that we're going to get into tonight is going to be Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. People are still comparing the two, which, I mean, I guess if that's what's going to make it entertaining, that's what they're going to do. But basically, they had their media day for the WNBA. As you know, Caitlin Clark has went to Indiana, and Angel Reese is in Chicago. So Indiana rolled out the red carpet for Caitlin Clark. I mean, she had a big press media day. It was A1. Now, Angel Reese, on the other hand, it was a little smaller. She had press there, but people are saying, why didn't they give Angel Reese the same stuff as Caitlin Clark? My opinion, it's all about the organization. It's how they plan it. I don't think it's who is better than who. I think it's just that's what Chicago does, and that's how Indiana is. But that was my perspective.
Right. So, this little topic makes me a little queasy to my stomach. So I'm going to sip a little ginger ale,
A little ginger ale. We're going to sit with you.
A little ginger ale. In the Black community, we use ginger ale for everything. You know what I mean?
Especially when you get sick, ginger ale
Yeah,
cure
get the
everything. Go drink
stomach
some ginger
right.
ale.
Man, listen, the way they did my homegirl is just straight insane. Like, come on now. This is her first day as an official WNBA player, and you treat her like a person in middle school. Like, this is something that you'll say, hey, I want you to come to my middle school, play for my school, yada, yada, yada. You have them in the gym. They had her in like a high school gym. They didn't even put balloons out there. They had no sign. They had no welcome.
Oh.
Totally insane. And I don't want to keep comparing like the obvious, but
what you mean, black and white? Is that what you're talking about? My fault. Hey, I'm blaming it on the vitamin water. Blaming it on the vitamin water. I'm sorry.
For them to treat this lady like that is like a slap in the face. She's came so far. She has done the same thing that Caitlin has done in the league. And I just feel like you guys talk the good talk to get her into your organization. You need to continue to have that same level of, you know how like when you date somebody and they show you all the good stuff at first, you got to
get your Valentine's Day gifts on Valentine's Day.
Listen, but at the end of the day, I feel like they talked the talk. They got her to sign the contract, and it's like it's whatever from there. No, you have to continue to, flourish your players the same way you did when you grabbed their attention the first time. They was dead ass wrong for that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Here's my take on it. I get Caitlin's treatment. She the first round pick. She the belle of the ball. So she's supposed to get treated like that. I'm not mad at it. I blame Chicago, though. I'm not going to lie. The organization is ridiculous for treating her like that. When Angel Reese walked out, her press conference looked like my living room. Emptied in the room. How you do, old girl, like that? I don't understand. Help me, please. First of all, the WNBA, y'all say y'all want more money for y'all players. How, Sway, when you treat them like this? How is a press conference like this going to demand more attention for people to even want to watch women's basketball?
Yeah.
Secondly, I think it was kind of done on purpose. And the reason why I say I believe it was done on purpose is so we could have the conversation that we're having today, where you see other players that are non-Black get the world treatment, but then you see the Black player get treated like this. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I thought we still live in America. I'm not surprised that it's in the WNBA. We see a difference in treatment when it comes to acting. You have Taraji, Viola talking about how they've accomplished so much in their career and they don't get paid compared to their counterparts. But yet it's acting across the board, right? But there's a difference in pay. So why would it be any different in the WNBA where you have Caitlin who's getting the royal treatment and you have a Black athlete that isn't? It's no surprise here. I'm not even going to act like I'm surprised. I mean, it just is what it is. And the truth is in our face every single day. The question is, what are we going to do to show up differently? How are we going to show up differently for us? How are we going to support us differently? You know what I'm saying? Because we could talk about it. We could continue doing it. But if we don't take no action, then what are we complaining about? That was messed up. That was messed up, Chicago.
It was very messed up.
It was definitely messed up.
Yeah.
But you guys have Angel Reese. She's been making all this noise. Yes, she was not number one pick, but she still is Angel Reese. She's still a household name. So I just was like, what? And I feel like we probably wouldn't have questioned it so much if we did not see how Caitlin Clark's media day was. Now, if Caitlin Clark's media day was the same as Angel Reese, then it'd be like, okay, they just had another media day. But because we saw how
the compare contrast,
it was kind of like, what is this?
Yeah.
But not
don't get me wrong. Angel wasn't I'm sorry. Caitlin wasn't the only one that got the royal treatment. You got some other players that got treated, you know what I'm saying, had their own special ceremonies and everything else. And then,
So it's definitely the organization then.
100% organization.
It would have to be.
But here's my question, though, right? One last thing before I let you go, Sarina. when Caitlyn and Angel played against each other, you had more marketing, more PR, and everything else because you wanted your ratings and you wanted more people to watch the WNBA. You made all the money you can when those two went head to head. But now that she's gone out of that organization and she signed the paperwork in Chicago, this is the treatment that she gets. Come on, Chicago. Come on. We got to do better.
Definitely got to do better. They treated this girl like she was a $2 hoe. Ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, hey, Sarina. Angel Reese walking out to her press conference. Fine girl.
They didn't even announce her. It wasn't like,
hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, for real, her press conference looked like she got punked.
Exactly.
And if you guys realize too, like Caitlin Clark was all dressed up and Angel Reese was dressed down. Like she wasn't, so like I don't think she expected it to be big either. Because
she knew.
Yeah.
She knew she was walking into some BS. While Caitlin looked like she was a Cinderella, the belle of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just got to do better, especially when these players are bringing so much attention to the organization. Right. You know, make it as big as possible. And maybe they didn't know. Maybe they were unaware. This is
business. And in business, you want a return on investment. So if you're not invested in your players, you're not invested in your team. If you're not investing in the marketing of the WNBA, right, why would you expect for more people to want to put money or sponsorship to go into your brand? It's not a bad look on Angel Reese. It's a bad look on the WNBA. Right. You don't care about your players. And if you don't care, then we're not going to care. I'm not going to do sponsorship and, want to more advertising to go to this because if you're not willing to invest in what you have, why would anybody else be willing to invest into it?
Right. They gave her, so back in the day, they gave her one of those parties where you just show up and it's like the hot dogs, you got the Napoleon ice cream.
No.
They gave her one of those.
Yeah.
Like a party at the park in the hood.
Yeah. And I didn't want to even put it was hood or
it was hood. It was ratchet.
It was like it took me back to if I was in camp in my community.
She looked like she got stood up on a date going to a press conference. And she was just waiting on the person to show up.
She just came out
right. And then if you look at the video, it looked like it was only about 6 people sitting in those chairs in an empty gym.
Bruh, hold on. And it's not like she didn't see the gym. It's not like she didn't know what was happening. I wouldn't get dressed up if I was her either. I wouldn't do all that either. There is no reason to be excited because you didn't do anything for me to be excited. That's like you coming home, Gentel, and there's no Valentine's Day gift. But I'm like, babe, hey, but I ain't do nothing.
And I'll be like,
no flowers, no candy, no nothing. I'm just like, I need you to be excited because I said hi. I didn't tell you happy Valentine's Day. I just said hi.
No.
Right. And that's when I'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel like, to your point, King, that they did it on purpose. That gym looked like it needs some work, right? So what if they did? Hopefully somebody would give us some money to get our gym a little bit better.
They could.
Listen,
they could.
I ain't gonna lie. That didn't even look like a professional gym that she was walking into. That was like elementary school, homecoming, prom.
What I was gonna say is why you had to use the black girl. What?
Because they knew what they was doing.
Well, we had a charity case and they needed to get together. So
yeah, they need to get it together. Another person who needs to get it together is Neo's baby mama and Neo and their drama. It's a lot. It's a lot going on with Neo. Him and his ex-wife are not together anymore. Then we see him out with 2 girlfriends on the side of his arms, or girls that he were on a date with. And now his baby mama, who he cheated on with while he was with his ex-wife, was calling him out on social media and basically was like, Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak offs. you don't do this, you don't do that. Like she was just really like going off and posted to social media, and they probably would have sided with Neo, but because she was in that love triangle and basically got pregnant while he was married, they're like, I mean, you get him how you lose him. It's just, yeah. I hate that we have to just continue to see like stars that we grew up watching in this type of light.
Right. And it's crazy because like I just lost it when she called him Mr. Clean. I was just like, girl, you doing all this. And this dude was just, maybe because he knew he was being filmed, but he was just so like, okay, whatever, type situation. And you're doing all this, talking about you're not in the bed with your kids, but he's sitting at the bottom of the bed. And from what I saw, it was kids in the bed. So what you wanted him to do? Take night with them? Like, I didn't understand that.
She probably wanted him to act right for her. In her way. Maybe.
Ding, 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 ding. Listen. Transparency. I done been there before. I got a baby mama. Hurt people. And sometimes when people see that you've moved on, that you're having success, that you're doing things without them, they'll try to do any and everything to bring you down. I'm not saying Neo ain't wrong in the situation. I'm not speaking on Neo's behalf. I'm just speaking on the scenario that happened that we saw, because I don't know neither one of them, their past. I don't know neither one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Personally. So what I'll say in my situation or whatever else is, it doesn't matter what you do in that situation. You can stay quiet like Neo did, and that person's still going to put on a show because they want to take their anger out because they're still emotionally hurting from the relationship. And if I'm not going to get that love, then no one's going to get that love. And I feel like both of them put on a beautiful show for the camera. Neo is probably not all the time quiet in those situations because as a man, you want to defend yourself. And believe it or not, ladies, we have emotions too. And we give in our feelings too. And when we get in our feelings, we start yelling, cussing, and fussing back. Don't mean we have to be physical or anything like that, but we defend ourselves vocally, right? So I understand why he wasn't doing that on camera, because no one wants someone else to change the narrative about who they are. Two, I feel like she was going overboard with the comments because she was on camera and she wanted to do any and everything to try to embarrass him, to throw him under the bus, whatever. But the sad thing about the whole situation isn't Neo or his ex. It's the kids. It's the kids, because they did that in front of them. And no one knows the trauma or how it's going to affect them when they become adults, because they have to carry the burden of watching the two people that gave them life argue in a manner like that back and forth. So technically, I feel sorry for the children.
Yeah.
For me, you know what I mean? And I'm proud of Neo for keeping us cool in that situation. But hopefully both parties can find some type of healing where they can have better communication, because at the end of the day, whether they're together or not, they still have to raise those children. And I promise you, your children are recording your actions. So I hope they're not talking bad to each other, because how you talk about the other person affects how the child views you and the other person. And as much as you think you're possibly throwing one person under the dirt, they're also looking at you like you're crazy for doing it. So what price are you willing to pay? Because if you really want your children to have a better life than you have, are you actually giving them that opportunity by taking out your pain in front of your kids like that? So any other parents, I hope you guys figure out a way to have healthy dialogue. even if it has to be text, because in person, if you can't do it in person because your emotions are getting the best, maybe you can do it in text. Maybe you can do it in email. Maybe you guys can send each other voice messages so you're not cutting each other off in the middle of the situation. And most importantly, your children don't have to see it, because the best show that you can put on for your kids in that situation is for you guys to be able to talk respectfully to each other, even when you're not getting along, because the price is being paid, and it's unfair for those children to have to go through that.
No, you're right. You're right. It is unfair because they pick up on those things, and then I really feel like that's where a lot of people have trauma from growing up, and they take that into their relationships when they get older, is seeing their parents going through that kind of stuff. So it definitely does affect the kids for sure.
Right. Okay, so we live in the age of social media. So what happens when someone records it, brings that to school, and then makes fun of the other child? You know what I'm saying? Makes fun of them.
Right.
Look at your parents. Look at this, and they're shoving it in their face. It's not like Neo's a little name. Neo is known everywhere. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be in the comment sections. So all the different comments in the comment section are different comments that they can be saying to each other while they're at school. And they have to carry that cross. You know what I'm saying? They got to carry that burden of their parents publicly disrespecting each other. And then they have to deal with the consequences of what's actually happening. And I don't think in the moment that's the parents' intentions. I don't think they're thinking that far ahead because they're so caught up in their emotions. But the result or the outcome is your children are going to have to deal with this for life, because that video ain't going nowhere. And someone, even if you take it down, someone's already recorded it. We're talking about it right now on our show. So there's nothing that these children can do to escape the reality of both parents on social media for the world to see are disrespected, because that normal is a lot in a lot of families. But the crazy thing about it is it's not normal.
Yeah.
That's not healthy. But we've become so comfortable in toxicity that we think toxic is healthy. We think it's okay. So that's why we continue to do it. But yet we claim, I want to break generational curses. How, Sway?
Yeah.
When we're continuing the same cycle.
Yeah. And like I was saying earlier, I think that, you know, that behavior of how she was reacting is normal in their household, because the kids didn't flinch. And if they were asleep, they didn't even wake up.
Yeah.
So it's like they're prone to arguments. They're prone to being in a toxic environment. And that's what's wrong with a lot of the generations now, because, well, even back when we grew up.
Just period.
Yeah. And period. It's just like, you know, well, I can say this. The older generations, most of the time, we didn't even see them argue, because the husband and wife,
we'll go to a different room.
Did what they did in the room.
Yeah.
They will turn up the music a little bit, turn up the TV. They will.
I think that's important. I think that's important for y'all to say when we come back from commercial break. You know what I'm saying?
We're doing this now.
We're back?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So we'll just cut this part out. But so I'm just going to have Josh edit. Like, I'm going to send him times to just add that in.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, but like I was saying, that's why a lot of parents, when they did argue back in the day, they would turn up the music or they'll turn up the TV, and you couldn't hear them. Maybe you know what's going on, but like, you know, they did keep it more from the kids. I felt like, at least what I saw, like seeing growing up, but I do feel like it's definitely traumatizing to see your parents doing that, because it's going to traumatize you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And they have to carry that burden. And I just, it's crazy how in all cultures, not just Black culture, but toxic is the new normal. It's crazy how we live in toxicity. That's like, y'all see my crib, right? And let's just say I got boo-boo on the ground and I never clean it up. And every day I come home and I'm just sitting in it. I don't even smell it no more. You feel me? And it would take Sarina or Gentel to come over and then be like, ew, your place stank. You don't smell that? Like, you have boo-boo on the floor. You feel me? Because we've become so used to our BS, and we've become so used to toxic environments. Toxic is the new normal. So when you have healthy come around, you don't even know how to handle healthy situations because you can't identify with it because you've dealt with toxicity for so long. And that's what I mean by like having to take some time to learn you and heal, to remove all the toxicity out of your mind, body, soul, and spirit. You feel me? So that way you can understand your own new healthy boundaries. Mm-hmm. So let's say you guys are having a conversation that is going left. Hey, let's go in the room and talk about it. Hey, can we bring this up later? Hey, we can have healthy dialogue. I call it like positive controversy, where two people can have two different opinions or be right at the same time and still be heard, right? And then get to a solution. Because a lot of times it's so toxic, we don't even hear anything but emotions going left and right, and we never got to the solution. Or we're not even arguing about that topic anymore. You feel me? We don't went from this toxic situation to this toxic situation to opening up the file drawer. Well, Sarina, what about that one time when you did this? You know what I'm saying? We weigh in right field when we started in left field. We can't do that in front of the next generation and say we want to break generational curses, because we're actually continuing the curse behaving like that. Napoleon Hill calls it, Lord Jesus, it's the cycle. It's a vicious cycle. He calls it okay, I got it. Napoleon Hill calls that hypnotic rhythm. We are hypnotized, where we repeat the same toxicity over and over again. We are the hamster on the wheel, and we continue to do it because that's all we know. It's become a muscle. And so until we fix that and we start exercising new muscles, because they are available, we'll always continue the same cycle. So hopefully EO gets counseling, his girl gets counseling, but those kids get counseling too.
And speaking of relationships, Shay and Ocho Cinco, they were doing a podcast recently, and they were talking about, Ocho Cinco specifically was saying that dating women who are already mothers are the way to go. And I feel like, yes, they are the way to go, but I feel like any women specifically, I guess he just said women with kids have more snacks in their refrigerator, and stuff like that.
And crackers and
people who are single buns and got nothing in the refrigerator, which, I mean, I will attest to that. I am single and I don't have any kids right now but a dog, and I have nothing in my refrigerator.
Oh my gosh. Who said that? Shay?
No, Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco said it.
Oh. But Ocho, I'm cool with his girl, Sharelle. And, one thing I noticed about Ocho, he's very frugal. Mm-hmm. And he talks about it all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So if you feel like dating somebody that got kids, so you won't have to get this grocery bill, because groceries, they a lot.
No, I feel that.
Sarina, he had said after a late night session, you feel me, that it's nice to go get a Capri Sun when you're done doing what you do. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
A Capri Sun hit differently after a late night session, or a zebra cake, honey bun, little Debbie snacks for all those who know what I'm talking about, if you know about a little Debbie snack.
But for real, like those snacks and Capri Suns be hitting.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Imagine the little kid coming out the room and be like, "That's not yours, that's mine."
Oh, getting caught, almost kind of like when Jody came out when Ben Ray was in the kitchen making Kool-Aid. He bought some eggs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I love the transparency with Chad when it comes to financial stuff, because he put a lot of people up on game. A lot of people outside the industry look at athletes, look at celebrities like, oh, they spending all this money, but he is being 100% real, because a lot of athletes and celebrities, they don't spend a lot of money like that. Yeah. He just started on Sharelle hair, and he's been doing a bomb behind job. He was like, oh no. He was like, we're not gonna pay no $500, $600 for no hair. I'm gonna learn how to do my girl hair. And he did, and it's laid every single time. He learned how to do her nails, and they're laid every single time. You know what I'm saying?
Because the nails were looking good. I saw the nails.
Yes.
Look, you pay for what you can't do. You pay for what you can't do.
And even with the pandemic, you know, he was like, y'all was laughing at me because I had all these cars or whatever, but I got this little this car right here that's good on gas. Laugh at that. I don't know if y'all remember that back when the
I feel like I do.
Yeah. So I'm all for Ocho. I'm all for Sharelle. You know, that's my girl.
So what you think? Do you think it's better to date kids with women with kids or women without kids?
I'm a woman with a daughter.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember
dating somebody responsible?
My baby snacks. If anything, they was buying snacks. Like, what you talking?
Wait, no, he's just saying it's nice to get late night snacks. But the point is, he feels like you guys are more responsible than women without children. Because he's like, if you get a woman without children, what you gonna do? You're gonna be going to the club all the time. You're gonna be going out. You're gonna be spending money. You're gonna be doing this and that because she ain't got no responsibilities. But if you get a woman with a child, she has more responsibilities. So her situation or her viewpoint on life is different.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think it depends on the woman. Because I done met some women with children that's still ratchet. They're still outside. They still don't care. You know what I mean? So I think it depends on the person and the ethics. And then I've met some women that are single that's mad responsible, that's about their business, that's about their goals. And they're just not outside and they're just not ratchet. So I believe it's about the conversation that you have to get to know the person. I believe it's about the boundaries or whatever else. It's about what you want. Sometimes you want some ratchet. Sometimes you want a responsible woman. So it just depends on your flavor of the week.
No, for sure.
Flavor of the week. So you picking?
Of course, you got to pick. Everybody picks somebody. What you mean? Everybody picks somebody.
That's why I got a
Depends. Depends on the situation. Don't act like sometimes when women are single, they I know this is a guy I can just talk to. I can call, he gonna pick up the phone, he gonna answer, I can talk to him. I know this is my money dude. If I need something, he gonna buy something, he gonna get this, he gonna got that. If I want to turn up, I got this dude right here that I know that I can go turn up with and have some fun, he gonna give me my drinks. If I want some good, I got a dude that's gonna go ahead and lay down the pipe and give me exactly what I need. So don't stop. We're not doing this.
Now, I know people who have done that, but I don't think personally I have been like, I have this person for this person.
But you got a friend or a cousin or an auntie who do.
But that's what I'm saying. I know people who do. Yes.
You know people like that.
And sip the drink.
Oh, my bad. Let me get a
of water.
Yeah.
So since we sipping our water and ginger ale, Quavo recently had a concert, and for some reason, he had a crowd there, but it just wasn't like a sold out crowd. It was very empty a little bit. 50 Cent was trolling, saying Chris Brown bought all the tickets so people won't show up. Then some people are saying because of the rap beef, that's why people didn't show up because, you know, Quavo didn't.
Anybody trying to get shot?
Right. So, I mean, do y'all really think it had something to do with the rap beef, or do you really think Chris Brown bought the tickets?
First of all, I don't think it had nothing to do with rap beef. I don't think it had anything to do with people talking about something they don't want to get shot or whatever, because that's whatever. Chris ain't even whatever. I ain't even gonna get to that point. I feel like the tickets was bought by who? I don't know, but that was like the pettiest move, because I remember when 50 Cent also bought Ja Rule tickets. And ain't nobody show up to his. And so 50 also just posted first about what nobody at Quavo's concert. So did 50 sponsor the ticket sales? Because you know,
hey, don't be talking about the big homie. Green light gang. Hey, 50, I'm ready, my boy. I'm ready.
50 is petty. So
somebody bought those tickets, because I don't see people not showing up to Quavo's concert.
You said what?
Somebody had to buy those tickets. I don't see people not showing up to Quavo.
I mean, he did just get bodied, though. Right. He did just get bodied. We're not gonna act like he didn't get bodied.
He got bodied, but that was a whole stadium. It had to be about 50 people in that thing in the video.
Hey, his concert looked like Angel Reese press conference.
Look, I'm weak. So y'all think if y'all favorite artist got bodied, your favorite artist in the world, I'm going to give an example. Your favorite artist. Say if they got bodied on a disc, y'all already had tickets to the concert. Y'all wouldn't show up.
Listen, y'all remember when she brought up Ja Rule. Y'all remember when Ja Rule used to be hot? Ja Rule used to be a vibe, and he got bodied by 50. What happened?
Yep.
What happened? Hello.
50 bought the tickets. He said it.
Hello. So look, I ain't mad at Fifth. You know what I'm saying? Green Line Gang. If you bought the tickets, it is what it is.
I think because so didn't 50 post something about he was in support of Chris because Chris had one of the best rap beats of the year.
Facts.
If I'm not right?
I think so.
I don't
Allegedly, we don't know.
I don't think Chris had, I mean, I can't count the man pocket, but I don't think he has the bandwidth, or I don't even think that, I don't think it's in him to buy somebody tickets out. Like, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
But I really feel like 50 bought them tickets. I feel like 50 bought the tickets.
I think Breezy, you know what I'm saying, took one out of, the 50 Laws of Power, you feel me? And bought them tickets. You know what I'm talking about? Why not? Breezy got it like that. He really him. So, look, it's a viral storm. Hey, if you want people to show up to your concerts, don't get bodied.
So okay, this is my question. Was Quavo like, was he happy because he's like, oh, my junk sold out, yada, yada, yada. Like, he really thought he had a sold out show?
Hey, he went to that concert and it was a big old April Fool's joke.
Oh my gosh. Like that
hey, he hit the well, got him.
That had to be that hurt. And you got to think about it as an artist, right? You're getting ready for this show. You have people that's headlining, like you're doing all type of stuff, preparing for this particular show.
Yeah.
And it's showing that your ticket sales are sold out. So in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out there and kill it. You go out there and you got 50 people in the audience. Now, another question I had.
Okay.
Was that or a video from Soundcheck? Or was that the actual?
It looked like a damn sound check. I ain't gonna lie.
I was like, it was hard for me to believe, y'all. It was just too hard for me to believe. I'm like, there's just no way.
Right. But Quavo ain't came out to confirm that it wasn't true.
True.
Listen, if Chris is gonna go that petty, like he did in his rap beat, because he went all in, wasn't no warning.
Oh, he went in, baby.
You telling me that he wouldn't buy the tickets too?
I think he said what he said, because I think Chris is fed up with people poking the bear, right?
Yeah.
And this was the last straw for him. And he was like, hey, I'm a singing nigga, but you about to get bodied by me. That line right there alone. Right there.
That was it for you.
That was it
for you.
That was it. I was like, oh, this nigga won rapping. But listen.
Shout out to Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon said that first. Shout out to Nick. I got you, my boy.
Yeah.
Listen,
he said it to Eminem. Remember, he was they battled Eminem. Nick Cannon had a beef when they were beefing over Mariah Carey. He had said a bar like that to Eminem.
I didn't hear that one, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
But I don't know. I think 50 bought them tickets though.
Yo, 50 bought them tickets. It's just crazy.
50 bought the tickets. We need to know.
Y'all gonna stop blaming Green Light Gang. 50 ain't got time to do that. He just got done buying a new spot in Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? For G Unit, you know what I mean?
Oh, I thought it was in Louisiana?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
He got his own studio. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw it. It looks nice. Yeah. Hire me.
Hey, look. You already know, Fifth. You already know what time it is.
Well, first of all, you talking about 50 ain't got time. This nigga wake up ready.
Got time trolling.
Right. Every single day.
I do not want to be caught in this crossfire.
Listen, ever.
Green Light Gang. Shout out.
And one thing I can say, 50 needs to also have his own blog, because he hit stuff before the blogs even hit it.
50 him. I can't wait to see him. Ain't he supposed to be doing a movie on Diddy?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
For real on that.
You hear me? Everybody trying to jump on that. TMZ trying to drop their own doc.
Tubi actually released that they're doing a movie on Diddy right now.
Oh.
Oh, poor little Tubi. Poor little Tutu. Oh, little tube.
He said, I'm gonna get in on this.
Everybody trying to get on that Diddy bag. Did he do it or didn't he?
You know, we're not going to talk about dating. We're going to talk about these fathers out here.
Yes.
So in Dallas, a school held an event for young boys who didn't have fathers, and they asked for fathers in the community to come and show up. They were just expecting a dozen fathers to, you know, come and see the kids and possibly be a mentor. The community showed up and showed out. Over 600 fathers came out for those kids, and it was an amazing event. It's wonderful to see a lot of men come out for those kids, because I grew up not having my father around, and I feel like that was a very hard time for me to deal with, you know, within myself, because I didn't understand. It's like, you have good kids, but like, dad, like, why aren't you here? You know what I'm saying? So to see like those father figures like show up, it was like, man, like, you're doing it for the culture. You're going to show these kids how to be a father, and they'll never forget that moment.
Yeah. You want to go through it?
No, go ahead. You the dad of the brunch, so.
Yes, a mother love is important. No doubt. But ain't nothing like a father's love as well. And nothing like structure. Ain't nothing like men showing up. And I hate that this didn't get the publicity that it should. Because when it comes to bashing dads, oh, what? Every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think sometimes in the world we miss in how important the role of a man is in a family. And men, sometimes we suck at fulfilling the role. And when we do, we see the results. That's why my sis was able to sit here and say, yo, it hit differently when my dad wasn't there and I had different questions. Like, I never knew my dad my whole life, and it hit me differently. It affected the choices that I made when I became a man, because I didn't know how to be a man, right? So for so many men to show up for children that's not even theirs, I believe personally that's how you change the world.
For real.
I believe that's how you help people get structure and discipline in their life, because yes, a mother implies emotions and love, but the father's discipline and structure will help you from going astray. And I feel like that's why we're so lost when it comes to certain situations, because families are broken. And if you wanted to divide a system, the best way to divide a system is to remove a man.
Yeah.
The best way to destroy a family is to remove a man. And the best way to stop being a man is to not show up for your child, even if you and the woman are no longer together. It's not an excuse. So for me, you know, as a father, as a man, this was probably one of the most beautiful gestures I've ever seen in my life. And it means the world to me, to every single man that showed up. Thank you, because I was a little boy praying that a man would show up for me like that one day. So I'm so grateful to each one of you kings that showed up, showed out. And I don't think it should be a one-time thing. I think that every state should do that. If we want America to be better, then we need men to show up and do their part. And that's how we can change. And if you start them with the future or whatever else, when it comes to the kids, then those children will become better men because they had someone to show them how to be a man. Because how do you be a man without a man teaching you? Because if the right man ain't gonna teach you, guess what? It's gonna fall into someone else's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if there's not a man there at the home to raise the child, then music will, television will, social media will. Someone's gonna fill the role of the man if the man ain't doing his part. And that's why it's very important for real men to step up and do their part and be fathers, be father figures, be mentors, give structure, give discipline, give tough love. So that way, when these people or these young men face different challenges, they know how to face the challenge that's in front of them because they had a man be the navigation system to teach them how to handle these type of issues. You know, because even with my baby mom, I'm like, yo, you being way too soft on him. I know you love him, but you can't treat my son like he's a girl. because he's not going to face the same problems that you face as a woman when he's a man. So the more you cuddle him, the more you coddle him, the softer you're making him. So when he faces men issues, he won't know how to handle it. So when I'm being tough on him, when I'm being hard on him, it's preparation for him to handle things when I'm no longer around. So it's important for men to give structure so that way their son know how to handle their own legacy when it's time for them to put on the crown.
I agree. That's a mic drop right there. I have nothing to say. I mean, you said pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Sarina, that's a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a soft spot. So men, please, bro, stop complaining about why a woman ain't feminine. Please stop. Because if a man's not in the home, how can the daughter feel safe and free? When women are getting touched in the home and she's been robbed of her femininity, why would you expect anything different? There's no protector. There's no one to protect your children. We're supposed to be protectors. We're supposed to be men. We got to do different, because when we don't do different, people will raid the village and they will destroy and they will rob women of their innocence. Stop asking women to submit to you. Shocker, right? Because if you don't know what submission is like and you're supposed to be the leader, how can you show her what submission is if you're not being the example of submission? And you don't want to force someone to submit to you because she's not your slave. You would want her to be submissive because she loves you enough and she trusts you enough that she's willing to submit because she knows where you're leading her. There's a huge difference when it comes to telling a woman to submit. Who are you submitting to? Because if you show her what it looks like, then she'll be willing to follow. A lot of people gonna hate that, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I know, because look at where the world is right now. And look at the argument over submission. Submission has become a cuss word.
Right.
Women don't even want to say that word. It's been so tainted because they don't even see the example. It's just a demand. But how can you demand something of someone else and you don't even have no demands and expectations of yourself? How can you say, follow me, and you don't even know where you're going? There's no blueprint. This is just things that we have to do better. And I'm not trying to act like I know it all. I'm just telling you from my mistakes as a man that I didn't have, that I have now, tools that I'm working on, tools that I'm getting better at, other men that I'm learning from. Because everybody who's great has a coach. Who's your coach? Who's your mentor? Who's teaching you? That's why everything that those men did in Dallas was amazing. And I pray that everyone in America starts doing that type of stuff so that way we can change the world one dad at a time.
Yes, for sure. And you know what else is amazing? Sarina just got a promotion, and she also is up in the running for Carla Hall's favorite chef for her seasoning. So we want to give a big shout out, to Sarina. Woo,
you dig?
And I appreciate it.
Yes, sirski.
It's so crazy because I submitted that a while ago. I do have a seasoning line. And I actually met Carla at a NAACP Awards. And I saw that she was doing this contest. And I was like, let me just go ahead and submit. I didn't think of anything of it. I actually forgot about it. And I got a text and an email today and said that I'm selected. And I was like,
wow.
Look at the wins, y'all. Look at the wins.
Look at the wins.
At the wins. I'm super excited about that. And, it's just so crazy because I keep going back to what I said at the beginning of this podcast today. I asked God, I manifest, let second quarter be a winning season for myself and everybody that I'm connected to. And all of us have been winning in our own right. Mm-hmm, and I just God that, this year is going to be the year that we all are going to see the manifestations of everything that we worked hard for. It's going to be one of those years to where, all the hard work, we're going to be a household name. And I really feel that by 2025, at the end of 2024, we're going to be exactly what we want to be and what we've been working for years. So Again, thank you guys so much for the shout out.
Yeah, we got to shout out. You know we like you guys.
Yes.
Hey, look, and we got to keep the party rolling because I want to tell y'all, my sisters picked me up, right? Because I was competing for the Toastmasters International Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have been world champ 3 times already, right? But I didn't win. I took second. And so my sister was like, yo, that just might not be meant. And there's bigger sandboxes for you to play in. And so they encouraged me. They put a battery in my back. My girl was supporting me. And so I just submitted for the TEDx talk in Temecula. And I'll find out that your boy's going to be Temecula on TEDx, on one of those TEDx stages real soon. You know what I mean? Whispering to your soul. So get ready. The Whispering to Your Soul product line is about to come out because my trademark will be done in June. And like Sarina said at the beginning of the show, the manifestation, the speaking it into existence, the showing up for yourself, the constant work. That's why I salute the Queen Bee, Gentel, Sharrie. That's why I salute the boss. You already know, Sarina, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. But the reason why I adore y'all so much is because you don't just get on here and talk. You back it up with your actions and your work ethic every single day in your life. And it's crazy if you really think about your timeline in life and where you were and what you asked God for or where you said you wanted to be. Like, y'all, we in Hollywood. We're in movies. We're on television. Our seasoning line is being bought. You know what I'm saying? We're in the Essence Festival. We're about to be on TED Talk. We're not just talking it. We're actually living the dream right now, today. And we're no longer dreaming because it's reality.
Literally, yes. Let me just add this in real quick because I didn't share this yet. Okay, so you guys know how I went on my 21-day challenge.
Yes.
Well, I won and I won the $1,000.
You better get your bag. You heard? You know what I mean? Invest some of that in Bitcoin. Get your bag. Get your coins. Get your coins.
They announced it yesterday, but I was so excited about the Essence Fest. I forgot to tell y'all, but
wins. Look at that. Triple wins all the way around.
Yes.
All 3 of them. Put some respect on it.
For real. For real. Second quarter, we going up for real. We're going to go up the rest of the year and on.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Look, shout out to Omar and Adonis because they was talking about 24/7 live culture in the imagination and what they wanted to do. And then they created this platform. Y'all got all 3 of these superstars on this platform right now. And now we going to the Essence Festival in Louisiana. Talk about it. You feel me? That's another manifestation that's real. We're not just telling y'all. We're showing y'all the results and the proof of how it can happen. You feel me? And if it can happen for us.
Yes. And one thing we always talk about, faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world. You can say, oh, I have faith, I'm going to get this Bentley. But if you don't put in the work to get the Bentley, God is going to bless you with a Bentley. He's not going to bless you with something that you can't, maintain. You understand?
Yeah, Glow.
And that's because he knows we can maintain what we're asking for.
Yeah, Glow.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, Glow.
So,
talk.
No, for real.
Listen,
because we show up every week, and we knew we were finalists, and we knew we were gonna make it, and we had a lot of faith, but we also didn't know if we were gonna make it, and we still took our whole photo shoot, not knowing we were gonna make it into the Essence Festival. Just hoping these are about to be the pictures for the drop.
Look, we did a whole photo shoot before it even happened. Put our own bread in it, made sure that it happened, and we saw the pictures. And all of a sudden, it's more than just the picture; it's the reality. And so Sarina said, faith without work is dead. Well, do y'all know faith is no more than a mirage of what could be? And then you put in the work to make it real.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. You dream about it, you write it down, you put a business plan together, you put the work into it, and now it's real. So you have no excuse not to take what's in here and bring it into the real world. That's how you take something out the imagination and bring it into real life. So whatever you wanted to do, your 5-year-old self, whatever you dreamed about, it's possible. But it was not possible if you're not willing to work at it.
Yeah. And let me tell you this. A lot of times people, they say, well, I don't know my purpose. Yeah. God is trying to speak to you about your purpose, but you're so busy in this social world that you're being distracted on social media, being distracted on, what the world think you should be. You're not listening to God. God is giving you different instructions, and he's not going to, sometimes he'll just say, hey, go to LA. He don't give you no instructions for that. He want to see if you go to LA, once you get there, he's going to give you instructions. It's just like a GPS. The GPS is not going to give you instructions unless you move. God is not going to give you instructions unless you move. You feel me? So if you really have faith in God, you will move without him giving you vivid instructions of what he's telling you to go there for. He told me to move to LA. I've never seen myself moving to LA because I thought it was a dirty place. I've been here multiple times for work, but I never seen myself here. I said, okay, God, you want me to go? And guess what? Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Getting paper.
Hey, and for those who don't believe in God, because we have some viewers that don't believe, that's okay. You're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. We're not trying to put God on you. You feel me? We're just speaking for our perspective because that's what we love, right? But I will tell you this, whatever you believe, whether it's yourself, higher power, universe, or whatever, have you ever just sat still and really asked yourself what it is that you want? Have you ever just sat still and asked yourself, what am I good at? What am I talented at without even trying? What can I do with no effort? Because if you don't know your purpose, your friends, people, other things have been telling you about this one thing about you your whole life. You've already been good at something. Something has always came easy to you because what's easy to you is difficult for somebody else.
Right.
So maybe you need to do what's easy to you and take that and magnify it and just go all in.
Yeah.
Just go all in. Because sometimes you could be so talented that you try to water so many plants, nothing grows. Because you do a little bit here, you do a little bit there, you a little bit there, you're all over the map. Sometimes you just need to sit still and just pick one or two things that you really want to just put your energy into.
Literally.
A wise lady told me, you can tell how successful you want to be with what you do in your downtime. What is your distraction? What's keeping you from working on your gift? And when you're able to answer that, go back to your reason why, because your reason why has to be big enough to make you cry. Your reason why has to push you to do something when you don't want to do it. And if it's not your why, Lisa Nichols says, let your pain become your gasoline to your automobile of success. So if you don't want to feel the way you're feeling no more, then you need to start doing something about it. And the more you use that hurt, pain, not to feel like that no more, your world will start changing because you're using that energy in a positive way to manifest something that you want. You ain't got no excuses no more.
No, you're absolutely right. Spitting gems, dropping mics. I mean, this was amazing Culture Minute. We going to the Essence Festival.
And this is why we did it.
I want to say this too, before we finish this podcast. If you're at, did I say this already? If you're at Essence Festival, make sure you come visit our.
No, say it again because they need to know. Say it again for the people in the back of our church.
Yeah.
If you're visiting the Essence Festival, make sure you follow us on our social media so you can get vivid instructions on our times and our itinerary, because we will be bringing Culture Minute to Essence and we will be talking about different topics. We're going to be talking to different celebrities. So I'm super excited. We in there like swimwear.
That you dig.
Culture Minute. We got Gentel, Sharrie, we got King, we got myself. It's only up from here.
That part. Here. Listen, follow us, bro. Follow us. It's a vibe. We're going to put out some great content. And I need some more followers. I ain't going to lie to you. I got to get my following up. So you hear me? So give your boy a little bit of love. But don't just follow us. Interact. Like, yo, we mad cool. Show love, whatever. Disrespect, whatever y'all do, just interact. You feel me? Get some feedback. If y'all have some questions about something that, you know, the beautiful queen Gentel said, or the boss Sarina said, or your boy, was something that I said, ask us. Message us. Tell us you would like us to elaborate. If there's something that we might have made a mistake on. Hey, y'all made a mistake about this. I found out that this was the fact. It's okay. Just interact, show some love. And the more we interact, the more we all grow together.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Well, this was another episode of Culture Minute. I'm Gentel.
I'm Sarina Renee.
And it's your boy, King Jaquel Martin. Make sure y'all check out our Instagram because we just posted the posters for the Essence Festival. And we swagging on it. We look real swaggy, like, you hear me? I'm up there looking like a first round draft pick. That's what Gentel.
No, for real. Yeah. No, you really did though.
Sarina up there on her boss stuff, and we got Queen Gentel in her all red. Look.
Yeah.
We got Sarina, her jacket flaring.
Yeah, I'm talking
Oh
about
my
with the wall.
gosh.
No, hey, we got wait till we get the highlights and we show the BTS photos. You know what I'm talking about? We give y'all a little preview of how it happened. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because he
A little
went live. He wanted to post during the photo shoot before we even got the official announcement. I'm just gonna say that.
You
This
dig?
boy can't hold water. If you get cannot hold water for nothing.
Who? I didn't post nothing.
You were on live.
Oh, that wasn't no post. I was just live. Different.
But they still seen it.
I put it into the world and it happened. I put it into the
No,
world.
facts. You did. You did.
I give you points on that one. I give you points on that one.
Y'all just got to believe the same way when we got, never mind, we won't talk about how Sarina blessed us, but sometimes you just got to follow. Because if you don't, you're going to wind up in the ceiling in heaven.
And that's how we need to act accordingly at the Essence Festival.
Walk like you know. Walk like you that person because you are, because there's not another you.
Yeah.
Or you'll be sitting
at the ceiling. And that's a wrap on that. We're going to catch y'all next episode.
Bye.
Sarina